Hi Willie's team, it's Danielle from Goodwin Hospitality. This is just kind of an overview on the online dashboard just so you guys get a little bit more familiar with it now that we're in this new system. So I'll just go through some of the basics, and then also if you have any questions, all you have to do is just shoot an email back and I can give you any further instructions that you need. But I think you'll come to find that the website's pretty user friendly, and once you're in there for a while you feel pretty comfortable. So I'm just going to log in as my admin account, so admin at Willie's. You were all sent your login information. If any of you need a new password or anything like that, just let me know and we'll get you reset. So just log in. So this is the main dashboard. Since your program is slightly different than most of our mystery shopping core programs, your dashboard looks a little different than most of the other ones we do. But basically, you have these two main panels up here. Your logos there. We have an overall score here. This calculates all the guest surveys, so that's just an overall score for all the guest surveys just that have ever been in there. So that's good. Top 5 locations. This is also based on the guest survey. Any of these little widgets here only pull in guest survey data, so that's kind of why they're not as optimized as we'd like for you guys. But eventually they will be optimized for audits as well. But currently this is all guest survey data. And again, corporate guest survey trending here. If you wanted to look, you have a lot of locations, so sometimes you could do division. See how the divisions are doing. You could do it by location. I get a little crazy there, but you see what I mean. Most people just keep it on this. You just do none, and that keeps it as the corporate number there. So I created a few important things for you guys to look at. So one of the system generated things here is just a way for you guys to find any audits or guest surveys that come in. They all are being emailed to you. I know some of you had some issues with that. So if you're still having any trouble, just let me know. We can troubleshoot. We were able to get everybody else up and running, so hopefully that's not the case anymore. So I'll show you the first thing. If you want to get to your audits, you just kind of hover your mouse over here. You don't need to click, just till this drop list pops up, and then we'll click on audits. This is just some trending here, and then this is just the drop down to find the audits. So in December, we've had these audits come in for these different divisions. If there was one that came in for Division 2, that would populate here as well. And then the actual audits, their score. To go into the actual audit reports, you just click on the little eyeball. As a division manager, you're only going to have access to what is in your division. As corporate user, you will have access to everything. If we wanted to give anybody else corporate access, it's a very easy, just a click of a button. So just let me know, or we can give different divisions access to other divisions, things like that. But this is just the shop reports that have come through, obviously the shop ID. If you have a question on an audit or anything like that, this is the quickest way for me to locate it. So if you have to reference it anyway, that's the best way to do it, that shop ID there. So this overall report score, that's the same. That is the overall report that will stay the same no matter what happens. These are actually going to calculate depending on what other reports come in. So the location date obviously is going to alter, and then the company rank, how it's doing out of all the audits that have been submitted so far. So 5 audits have been submitted total. That will change obviously as more come in. This audit is ranked 3rd, and it's doing better than 50% of the other ones. The section scores for the audit, the current report and the company overall, some more location trending here, and then just some basic information, section scoring, and then the audit itself, which I'm sure many of you have already looked at. And then all the photos are here on the bottom. You can just click the little arrow to find any photos that you need. You can email or download these reports. The PDF looks a little funky, but because obviously it's optimized for the online screen, but it is there if you do need to download it for any reason. You click it there and it will show up in your browser. Just waiting on the Wi-Fi. And it'll show up there and you can download it to your computer. Anyone who probably wouldn't have already received it, we'll have a pre-populated list here for you to choose easy, but if not, we can you'll have this as a subject line. You can change the note that comes with the email, and then if there's an alternate person who's not on this list, you can put them there. Anytime you're in an audit or a guest survey or anything like that, you want to get back to your home page, all you have to do is click your little logo. a good little shortcut there. It may ask you to log in if you haven't logged in a while. Other than that, it just brings you right back. So then to get to the guest surveys, same sort of thing, just go down to guest survey responses. The same trending graph you've seen before by division. And then these are all the guest surveys that have come in. I'm working with tech. I'm not really sure why this NA is populating here, but obviously if you click in, you do see the actual score. So we'll get that fixed for you. But for right now, that's what it looks like. And you can always just go into the survey itself as well. We'll go back here. No fancy little ones. So we'll go back to the dashboard, and I'll just show you some pre-populated reporting that I built. This is on all of the division managers and corporate users access. So anybody who's not a store basically gets this access to these reports, and it's filtered through what areas you have access to. So the first one under these saved views is the audit score by location. This is helpful if you're trying to track how your location does in comparison to others, or if you're a division manager, how your locations are doing overall. So this is the overall score for audits all across the board. Click into year 2015 here, and then it ranks the audits by location. So obviously 13 here is doing very well on audits, 10 is at the bottom. Anytime you see this little refresh button, feel free to click it. It just helps if I'm working on anything on the back end. It's going to make you have the most up-to-date information. And then on down here, it will again list them in the rank of most performing to least performing. You can click into the location and see how they're doing by quarter. You can click into the quarter and see how they do month to month. And then within the month, it brings you to the actual reports that have come in for audits. And then audit section scores is another one. I'm going to refresh this. This is basically just year over year and then month over month how the audits are doing. So this is kind of an overall encompassing. We'll drill into 2015. If you see any holes, that just means it's new stuff that we added at some point. So just wait a moment to load. Then we'll see quarter over quarter how everybody's doing. So like I said, this is audits overall. So this is the corporate ranking. You can see the month-to-month change. Guest service in quarter 3 was turned into be a little better in quarter 4. You can click into the actual quarters and do month over month. October to November. We'll click into November. And then it will show all the locations. These are in order of the location number, not by score, just because they're kind of all over the place. There's that. I will let you know that if you were to go into this audit view that I showed you before, any audit that has come in after November, so November, December now, we do have obviously the actual PDF files, and those are the links that you've been getting by email. Anything prior to that, October, June, all last year when we first did audits, that's all has been imported as scores, not as actual PDFs. So we have all your scoring, all your section scoring, how you did overall. Every single shop, every single audit that came in is in there, but it's just the scoring. It is not the actual PDF. I no longer have access to the old system, so if you needed an old PDF, I unfortunately wouldn't be able to get it for you, but do know that all of the scoring in there is accurate and your trending is accurate. So a couple more things. Same with the audit by location. I did the guest survey by location. So we're going to refresh it. We did the guest survey question report. So this is just breaking down all of the questions on the guest survey and how they're doing month over month. We have December 1st and then it goes back in time from there. You can drill into December. We'll calculate the amount of visits that have actually happened, so you can kind of gauge that in terms of where the scoring is, and then how the locations are doing since they came in location over location, and how they did on each individual question. One more thing, guest survey score by location. This is the exact same thing I did with the audits, just with the guest surveys. So right now 19 is in the lead for the guest survey scores. These are obviously probably tied. Close. Really close. And then obviously 24 here is at the end. I'll click that. refresh it a little bit, and then on here in this list it is going to go in order again, and then you can drill down as I said. So that's the basics of this dashboard. You're more than welcome to play around with anything on here. Ask me any questions you have. I will let you know, like I said before, all of these widgets are only optimized for the guest surveys right now. So if you wanted to kind of play around with them, create some new kinds, you're more than welcome. Just keep in mind it's not going to include audit data just yet. When that does happen, I will be the first to let you know. It's on the list for tech support to develop. So we will get it set up for you. But I hope in the meantime this will serve you guys pretty well. Feel free to just look around and everything in here. Let me know if you have any questions. And other than that, I think you guys will be all set. So I hope you guys all have a great day, and bye.